Hello there. You might recall during our terrible local body candidates you probably shouldn't vote for phase that there was at least one who was elected unopposed. And oh boy, have we got an interesting lesson in freedom of speech coming up. Meet Kane Titchener, who was elected unopposed to the Kakapuka ward in the Te Awamutu Community Board in Waipa District. Kane is an interesting fellow. He's another one of these alarmists who are spreading groundswells information but not actually giving farmers the page that they need to go to make submissions. He's so anti-fluoride that he demanded that Waipa District Council actually put warnings on the rates bills, telling people the dangers of fluoride. He also organised protests in Te Awamutu and Cambridge against water fluoridation. Now, Te Awamutu is not getting fluoride in the water and it hasn't been suggested or discussed. Cambridge is getting it because the Ministry of Health has put their foot down and said, you're getting it. Oh, and full disclosure, this beautiful smile is in part thanks to the unfluoridated water of Waipa District Council, because this cost me about 10 grand to get done because my teeth were shit. Of course, there's other shit like Matt King's Democracy NZ, Billy TK's latest grift, River of Lies, which is a documentary about the River of Filth, and of course a spattering of Tremaine's racism. Now remember, Kane is an elected official here, and this was actually a comment that was done on the page for the Te Awamutu News about the people that got elected. And he has responded to my comment, which, he's more than welcome to, because that's how freedom of speech and freedom of expression works. There are consequences to what you say, just as there are consequences to what I say. One of those consequences was having to deal with Kane. Where Kane didn't like being told free speech has consequences. I know firsthand, I've had the death threats. I know there are consequences to saying stuff. And he got very angry with me about it, especially when I said I wasn't going to debate him. I'm not a scientist. I'm not debating fluoride. I will trust scientists and doctors over farmers from Kakapuka who don't have the medical training to be able to say if this is a good thing or not. This elected official got very angry with me when I told him, have a great night. I will watch what you do on the board with interest. This was the response I got to those exact words, which is really problematic for an elected official. You see, Waipa District Council a couple of years ago actually passed a code of conduct, which meant elected officials on public-facing forums have to behave a certain way. Abusing people and representing the council is against that code of conduct. So now I'm left with a dilemma. Do I lay a formal complaint about online abuse in a relatively public forum? Does freedom of speech have no consequences?